Hello YouTube world, how are you? Today I am going to actually do a makeup video. So half of my face is just fresh from my skincare routine, and the other half of my face I have actually done already. So if you love purple, if you love a dark eye, if you're afraid of a dark eye, watch this video. Let me show you how to do it and try it. You might be surprised, you might like it. And the reason I say that is because I've always been afraid of a dark eye until recently. If you have hooded eyes like me, a dark eye can kind of close your eye in. But if you look, it's a great nighttime look. So let's get started. I already put my face primer on my entire face, so that is the one thing that I have done that I'm not needing to redo. Everything else I have to do from scratch, so this is perfect. I'm going to use some tape so I can get a crisp line. I have a really crisp line over here. I want a crisp line over here as well. I'm sure you know this, but tugging at your skin, especially around your eye, is very bad. That's the most sensitive and the thinnest skin on your body, so it's going to wrinkle the fastest. So I don't do this a lot just because it's not great for your skin, but when I do, I take one of these. I make sure that I stick it to my skin at least 2 times, usually 3 times. That way it's not, it won't hold on to your skin as strong, so it won't pull your skin as much when you take it off, but it's still going to give you that line that you need. So I don't have I used to have a favorite eye primer, but I think they changed the ingredients on it because it used to not crease and now it does crease. So instead of eye primer, I'm actually just using concealer. And I'm just going to take this brush and blend it out. Sorry, you're probably going to notice I'll be in and out a little bit. I have a 4-year-old and she's kind of in trouble. So when she hears me on here, she likes to go do things she shouldn't do. But it's okay. We're gonna get through it. All right, so I actually only use 3 colors on my eyes. I use this mauve, I use this brighter purple, and a plain black. So let's get started. I started with the lightest, which is that like mauve color. Oh, wait a minute. Just kidding. I do want to let this concealer sit just a little bit, let it dry a little. So I'm going to go ahead and do this eyebrow, and then I'm going to jump right into that eye. This pencil is great because if you like to use like a brown eyeliner, you can use this as an eyeliner, a lip liner, or you can use this on your eyebrows like I do. If you ever, these are like super creamy, so you don't have to put much pressure and they last forever. They're super cool. Look, they have a sharpener. That's so cool. I'm always looking for a sharpener, so I love that. Anyways, so she's crazy. If you do put a little too much pressure and you get too much of a dark color, just use your spoolie and work it out. It'll lighten it up for you really easy. It won't take much. So I did go a little heavy, but I need to fill in a little bit more. So just like that. I'm happy with that outcome. Now we are going to go into like the mauve color, and I have like hooded eyes, if you notice, So I'm going to put this in the crease, but also like above the crease right here. So it's like, it's kind of meeting the crease a little bit, but it's above the crease. That's where this color is going. So this color can come up a little bit higher, because if you see that purple kind of comes up, so this color can come up a little bit higher. Just add a little bit more. So you can see the color, it's not real dark, it's not a dark color, so I don't want it dark. I'm going to then go in that darker but bright purple that I have. And this, I'm really going to put it in the crease, but I'm blending up, so I'm holding my brush up. I'm blending up, so even though I'm going in the crease, it's going to go above it. So like over here where you can see it, you'll be able to see it on this side as well. And if you blend it out right, it's going to almost look like you lose that color, but your first color, but you'll see it just up here, which is exactly what you want, because it's going to like fade out into your skin color, which is the exact look I'm going for. So I don't mind if this is a little bit brighter. This is probably the last bit of color I'll add of this, and then we'll move on to the black. If you notice you are kind of getting a dark line in just like one certain area, like maybe that's where you put this, you put too much pressure, you got too much product, you can take little circles and just focus more on that area and get that really blended out. So it's kind of just fades out all the way over. Like so. So we have the purple ready. Now let's go into the black, which can be scary, but don't be scared. It's not really scary. We're going to go into the black color. And I'm just going to press this all over the lid. I'm not worried about blending out this line right now. Right now, I'm just worried about working this color to the shade that I want it. And if you can tell, it's going dark. That's probably enough. So now I do have, you can see on the side where it's super blended and this side where it's really harsh. So I do want to blend that out. I believe I used a more concentrated blending brush. So now we're just going to work on this line here and just make sure we blend this line out. And again, if there's like any certain area where it seems a little more harsh, you can just kind of go over that area repetitively in small circles versus just doing a windshield wiper all over to help get that one area blended out a little bit more like the rest. So now I'm going to go back with a fluffier brush. And in between everything, I'm always taking the sponge and I'm just making sure that I'm getting any leftover color off. I brought the purple up a little higher on this side, which can be a danger of doing one eye at a time, but that's not really a big deal. I'm just going to add a little more purple over here. Bring it up, make sure I don't take it too far, make sure I don't lose this nice crisp line. When you're doing both eyes at the same time, you won't have to worry about that because you're going to make sure they look exactly the same. I'm just trying to save you time so you don't have to watch me do both sides of my face to do one side at a time. But you will not run into this problem if you do both sides at the same time. So don't get discouraged. So I want to make sure I don't have any color on. I'm not going to mess with that too much more. Let's go ahead and take this right here off. So we have like that nice crisp line on each side. And you can see like all of the color that would have been on my face if I didn't have that. Let's put on our foundation. I love the Perfect 10 foundation because it has 10 anti-aging ingredients. And when I was a little bit younger than I am now, I did not take care of my skin at all. I didn't see the importance. I was super busy. I was working a ton of jobs. I had moved across the country where I didn't know anyone. And before that, nobody really taught me about skincare. And when you're younger, of course, it's not as noticeable. And I feel like one day I just woke up and I was like, where did these wrinkles come from? I'm not old enough for this. So I have been huge in the skincare. I don't know. I want to say last 3 or 4 years using different companies. I'm absolutely in love with what I'm using now. And that's why, part of the reason why I love this foundation is because it's actually improving your skin and you're getting coverage out of it. It also has a color corrector in it, which means that it's going to color adjust to your skin tone. So you don't have to worry about having that crazy line and you don't have to worry about dragging it all the way down your neck or on your chest to ensure you don't have it, because this color adjusts itself. So I absolutely love it. So I don't know if you noticed, I did the same thing over here. I got this side out a little bit more. I don't have tape over there. So now I'm just going to use this and kind of clean this up a little. This is going to have a little more of a harsh line than I want, but I'm going to blend it all out when I put my highlight there. I'm going to blend it all out and it's going to lose the harsh line then. So it's totally fine. Just keep on going. You're doing great. I am going to, you can use like a translucent powder if you want to. I like to use a powder that is kind of the same as my skin tone to set it, because it's a little bit lighter actually, because I'm just doing a very, very thin layer of powder all over that foundation to make sure it sets. But I am not going to do like a cream highlight and cream contour over here. I've already done this side. I used powders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blending bud. So I pick up a decent amount of product and I place it here. So this is actually going to do like the highlight for me. It just looks super, super natural. And I like a really natural look with my black and purple eye. I like a really natural look overall, most of the time. So, I don't know, I do like my face to be more natural, but every now and then I do like to have fun and do some crazy colors on the eyes. So this right here, this is what I'm using. You can use a bronzer. I used to use a bronzer and I decided that I like kind of a darker color contour because it looks more like a shadow, and the point of the contour is to shadow your face and help slim it out and help just bring out the structure of your face. So I have switched to a darker color that's super pigmented. And what I like to do is I like to just use this brush here and just kind of map out wherever I want my contour to be. It looks super harsh right now. This side looks the exact same. You could probably use this brush to go ahead and blend it out, but I think it would take quite some time. So this is actually a contour brush, and this is my favorite contour brush ever. It's a little thicker than what I like because this color is so pigmented and so dark, so I don't really love to place it. If I was just using a bronzer like this, I would place it with this because I needed more color. But with this super dark color, I don't. So I choose to use a smaller brush and just map out where I want it. And this brush here, it just blends like a dream. I just love how it blends it out, makes everything look really natural. So I like to go back in with this brush and blend it out. So it doesn't take much. Like, see, I'm done. You can see the line. It's not too much. It's nice and subtle. So now I'm going to take my blush. And your blush goes like in between your contour and your highlight. Nose is optional. Some people even put it up on their contour on their forehead. I don't. I do put it on my nose though. I just like it. So I need to make sure that I do not forget. Let's do the highlighter. I did kind of put it on my nose already, but I'm going to reblend, so we're going to put it again. And I also want to make sure that I put it right here. See, like this side, how it pops and this side doesn't pop? So I want to make this side pop too. And when I put it here, it's going to kind of like blend out this line as well because I'm dragging it up a little bit there. So it's going to help blend that line out so it's not harsh, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm also going to take it and put it underneath my eyebrow, like so. And I'm also going to go back with this brush. And I don't want this color to come up, so I'm going to blend down. And when I tell you I'm blending down, when I was blending up, I was holding my blending brush up. Now I want to make sure that I kind of soften this line a little bit, but I want to blend it down. I don't want it to come up anymore. So I'm holding it, kind of weird looking probably for you, but I want to hold my brush down and blend it down. If I blend it straight, it's going to move it up a little bit. It's going to pretty much keep it where it is, but it will move it up. If I blend it like this, it's definitely going to push it up. So I just want to soften the line. I don't want it to go up any further. If anything, I can move it down and it won't hurt my feelings. So I'm holding my arm up and blending this down. And they're looking pretty symmetrical. Not going to lie, they would look a little more symmetrical if I did both eyes at the same time, but for doing one eye and then the other, it's not bad. It's not bad. And I suggest when you do it, unless you've done this many times, to do both sides. I just like to do a half face so I can show you how to do this in half the time instead of twice the time. So now I'm going to take the biggest fluffiest brush that I have, and I just want to blend everything out. I want to melt all the colors together. Some people call it marrying, whatever you want to call it. I just want everything to like just seamlessly flow together. Perfect. So what I do need to do is I need to put some mascara on. I like to go on the back of the lashes. And then I like to go on the front of the lashes. I usually do like one coat in the back, and then I usually will do a couple coats in the front. You see my eye twitch? Okay, so there's a couple coats on there. I didn't really let it dry. If you let it dry in between coats, you'll get better coverage, but I am trying to save time. So I put this, I love these lip glosses, okay? I don't know if you like a glossy look like me, but I love a glossy look. Every now and then I will go for a matte. I'm not totally against matte. Glossy is just me. I love sparkles. I love I just love that sort of look. So this is a lip gloss, right? So you get like that nice kind of wet finish, that really glossy look. And I'm telling you, any other lip gloss that I use, I love to have color, but I want it to be glossy. So I'm more of a lip gloss girl than a lipstick girl or a matte lippy girl. There is a place for all of those, but typically if I'm going to pick one, usually I would say 70% of the time it's a lip gloss, 25% of the time it's a matte lippy, and maybe 5% of the time is a lipstick. I don't do a lipstick very often. So I love that I can just use a little bit of that product. I don't have to build up a ton to get that nice finish. Any other brand that I have used, I promise you I will dip in at least 3 times just to get a little color and not just get gloss. So I absolutely love that. So one thing I haven't done yet, let's do under the eye. We're gonna go with that darker bright purple that you can really see here. I'm going to start where the highlight kind of ends, and I'm going to bring it over. You can bring it halfway over, 3/4 over. You can take it all the way over, because the next color I'm going to use is black, so it's going to cover it up. So you can decide how far you want to bring it over. I'm just going to take it all the way over, and then I'm going to go into the black, and I'm going to start at the outer corner. And I'm going to go about halfway in. So the tear duct is going to have the highlight. From the tear duct halfway over is going to have that bright purple, bright dark purple. And then from the back half is going to be the black. I love a really thin line, personally. If you want to bulk this up, make it more smoky, make it a larger line, I use a very thin brush. You can use a thicker angled brush, or you can use even something like this, a smudge brush. Or you could use something like this and then smudge it out. It's totally up to you. Me personally, I like it like this, where you have the color, but it's not like overpowering. This eye look, because it does have the black and the purple, you could definitely do like a thicker smoky line, and it would make complete sense because this is a bold look, but I like it like this. Let's see. I have a little bit of mascara here. So whenever you get a deposit of mascara, It's not a big deal. The one thing that you definitely don't want to do is freak out, take your finger and like smear it, because it's still not the end of the world, but it's going to be harder to get it off. If you get any mascara, what you want to do is just let it dry. And once you're sure it's dry, just take a spoolie and do this, and it comes off super duper easy, like so easy. So don't freak out, let it dry, spoolie off, we're good to go. So I don't know if you can tell because this eye look is pretty dark, but my lashes are pretty lifted and I love that. So what I've been using is this great eyelash curler. It's heated. It's actually better for your eyelashes than the traditional type, which is what I used to use. So this heats up super quick. It takes like 15 seconds. The one tip I will tell you, because I've seen people do this, you're supposed to put your mascara on first before you use this, but please wait for your mascara to dry and then put this on. So what I would recommend, which I forgot to do myself, is as soon as you're finished, basically with the bulk of your eye, so before I did this, before I did my face, as soon as I took this tape off, put your mascara on then, and it will be dry by the time that you are finished with your look. Otherwise, it's not a huge deal. It's just going to take you a couple extra minutes to let it dry, and then use your heated eyelash curler. So that is pretty much it. It's that simple, it's that easy. I actually curled my hair a couple days ago. I did a tight curl, so it's not as tight as it used to be, but the curls have held pretty well. And like I said, I have a 4-year-old daughter. I don't ever have any help with her. So this to me is acceptable to go to the grocery store. Like, I'm ready to go. Got a little bit of curl, nothing that's too crazy. My eyes are a little dark, but hey, let's have fun. What's the problem with that? So I am ready to go. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I would love to help you. If you haven't seen my channel before, my name is Sarah. I kind of just like to do lifestyle things. I like to share things that make me happy. Some of the products that I use are products that I also sell. Some of the products I use are products that I don't sell. So anything that you have any questions on, please, please, please feel free to contact me. If you would subscribe and like, I would love that as well. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day.